Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Russo. Wait, no, that's not. Creekcraft here, guys. Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Ronan, and some of you may be having a little bit of trouble with farming keys on your chest or putting them together, as it can be kind of a tedious process when putting together a lot of keys. Well, today, guys, I'm going to be showing you a method that you probably didn't know that'll actually help you get more free keys, and it'll help you put them together at the same time. And then I'm going to show you a method that'll actually help you spend them on the chest faster, so that you spend less time at the chest, more time in the game farming. Sometimes I demonstrate these things live on my stream over at twitch.tv/RonanPlaysYT_. So if you're ever looking for a place to come be social, you can either join the Discord or come hang in the streams, where we also play other games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and more. Okay, so let's get into the method here. What are we doing exactly that's going to get you these free keys, and how can I make the chest key spending a little bit easier for you? Well, let me show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up our inventory here and go to our items. And as you see here, I've got all my keys already laid out in my inventory, all the pieces, all the tops, all the bottoms, all the whole keys. And I'm going to show you exactly the process that we go through here to speed go through these, and why we're doing one at a time instead of combining all. So there's two reasons this tutorial is going to show you why you should do one key at a time instead of all. Firstly, a lot of people, especially free-to-play players, don't actually have the mastery up to the level where they can get the combine all feature. The second reason is that you actually get a chance per key to get a free key based on what key it is. If you combine them all at once, you'll actually get less free keys than if you did one at a time. So it's actually better to go through and do one at a time, and that can get kind of tedious if you have a lot of them. So what we're going to do here is demonstrate how we go through our keys one at a time, but also quickly, and get more free keys instead of losing out on some profit or potential huges. So at the current time of this video, there is no mastery that gives a free key from combining a secret key or a void key. So for now, we're actually going to combine all of these and put them in our box and get them out of the way, because we will get nothing free from them. So there's no point in doing these one at a time. So the first step of this method is to make sure that you're doing top halves to combine keys, and that they are in the 5th slot of your keys here. And the reason for that is, firstly, that whenever you do a bottom half, you have a good chance that when you put it together, as you see here, the menu doesn't come back up. And to do this method, the menu will need to pop back up. So at the time of this video, this is actually a hindrance to our method here, but in the future, if it gets fixed, then you can just put in whatever key part you want to use and put together the keys using this method. But for now, we're going to actually just do the top halves, since that's going to make this be efficient. So if you notice, in the 5th slot here, we have the secret key lower half, which is 1, a key that we're not trying to put together, and 2 is a lower half. So you're probably wondering, well, Ronan, how do I get the key in the 5th slot? Let me show you. So in Pet Simulator 99, I like to stay organized, and I keep my items in small boxes that I actually label in color code, and I'll probably do a video of this in the future to show you how I stay organized, and if you want to copy it, you can too. So when putting things up in your inventory, things slide to the left. So for example, if I put up these golden prison keys, all these keys will slide over one slot to the left. So we're trying to get our keys here in the 5th slot. So we need the key that we need, such as, for example, this tech key upper half, to slide all the way over to the left. So the best way to do that is to start putting keys up that are coming before it in the box until we get it in that slot. So as I said, we're going to start from the left and put up our keys, starting with the golden prison key here. And a good little shortcut, especially if you've named your boxes as I have, and that I'll show you in a future video, we're going to type in key, and then we're going to highlight it and copy it. And then we're going to go in here to small box, and we're going to fill, and then we're going to go to miscellaneous, and we're going to paste in the key command there. And then now it's only going to show our keys. And then we can go over here to our golden keys and hit confirm and put them all in there. So now when we go back to our inventory, you'll see we actually still have one golden key. So we're actually going to go back to the key box and make sure that we put them all up. It is a small bug that happens where it doesn't actually put everything up in the box, but all you got to do is go back in the box and put whatever was left over, and then you're on your way. And now, as you can see, our golden key is gone, and all the keys have slid over one to the left. So now the secret key lower half isn't in the 5th slot, it's actually in the 4th slot now. So as you can see, we're on our way to getting the key that we need in the slot that we need, but we got to keep putting up more keys. So let's keep doing that until we get the key we need in the right slot. One thing I would like to note is that because we're doing both crystal key and tech key combining, out of both of those keys, we're going to end up with free secret keys and free tech keys. So I advise keeping your secret keys and your tech keys in your inventory, because when you start combining and getting free keys, it's just going to slide your keys over when it creates a new secret or tech key. So now we're going to go up here and go to our small box, and we're going to fill it up with the void keys. And let's check on our progress here. Okay, so as we can see, our tech key upper half is getting closer, but we still need 3 more keys put away so that it ends up in the 5th slot. So let's put up some more keys. Since we're not putting together secret keys, we can actually put up the bottom halves. So let's go ahead and put up the bottom half. And I've seen that void keys are also in the way, so we're gonna go ahead and put up the void key lower halves as well. And now if we go back to our inventory, we still have 2 void keys and 2 secret keys here. So let's go back to our key box. Let's fill it up with the rest of those. Hit confirm. And now we're going to go back to our inventory. And now we're almost there. We need 1 more key put away. But as you can see, it's the tech key lower half that is currently in the 5th slot, and we need that. So we're not going to put those away. So we're just going to put away 1 more set. And the prison keys aren't of any use for us in this method, so we're going to put these up. So let's go over here to our small box. Hit fill and put up our prison keys. And now we go check and make sure they're all put away, and they are. And look at that, the tech key upper half is now in the 5th slot. So now that we've got our key in the right slot, so that way we can start spinning for a free huge, we're going to actually load up an auto clicker so that way we can click through these fast. Personally, I use a macro that I programmed myself inside of Logitech G Hub, since I have a Logitech mouse, but you can use whatever program that goes to your mouse, or you can download an auto clicker, which I'll provide a link for in the description. Once you've got your auto clicker loaded up, what you're going to want to do is go to more of the bottom right side of the top key half, and then start up your auto clicker, but I'm going to do it slow to show you exactly what's happening in the process. One thing I would like to note is that you don't want to have your key rows here in the middle like this. You actually want to have them more down to the bottom without passing the line here, so that way all the buttons that'll pop up will line up as I'm about to show you next. So now we're going to click on the key, and you're going to see that we're already hovering over the 1 button. So we're going to click that, and then we're already hovering over the OK button, and we're going to click that. And now you see we're back where the keys are, and we're back in the same exact position where we clicked the first key, so we can keep redoing this. And as you can tell, our auto clicker is going to do that for us, but really fast. So one of the issues that you will find when doing this is that if you have items above the boxes or up at the top of this inventory menu, that before the menu actually scrolls down and replaces itself at the keys, it'll start at the top and then flip down to the keys. And because your auto clicker is running, it'll click on items that are at the top of the screen in your inventory before it starts clicking on the keys. And that might start using things like toy ducks or bones that you might not want to use up yet, or it might click on something else like the box, and then you're stuck inside the box auto clicking. So this is one reason why I keep all my items in boxes, at least while doing key farming, so that I don't have to worry about using up other items that I didn't want to use yet. So for this demonstration, we actually only have 62 keys, so I'm going to just go ahead and turn on my auto clicker and sit through these so you can see the process of us getting free keys and putting our keys together very fast. So a little recording mistake that was made is that I slid over the all button when putting together my keys because I hit my mouse, so therefore it put together all my keys, and I can't show you me putting together the tech keys, but I can show you me doing the crystal keys, so we're going to do that next. Since we already did our tech keys, we actually won't be getting any more secret keys now, so we can actually put those up in the box, so that way we can get our 5th slot available for our crystal keys. So now we're going to go over here to our items, and as you see, the crystal key is in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th slot, and we need it in the 5th. So as before in the video, we're going to put up some keys, and as I just said, we're going to do the secret key so that way we can get them to slide over and put the key we need in the 5th slot. So we're going to paste our key, and then we're going to go over here to small box, fill, and then go over to our secret keys, which we will be getting no more. Put those all in, and let's make sure to put them all up. It didn't, as per usual, so we're going to go over here to fill, and we're going to put up that last secret key, and there we go. All of our keys are up, and as you see, our crystal key upper half is now in the 5th slot. And now I can actually show you me auto clicking through the keys, and this time I promise I won't mess it up. Okay, ready? Now we go. All right, and now we're getting to our last bit of keys, and it should be done now. There we go. Now our keys are finished, and then we can move on to spending them. So over here, you're going to see this E prompt that is going to be used to open the chest and spend your keys. And what you're going to want to do is get it lined up with your ultimate, but it doesn't have to be perfect because we're actually going to use something that'll help us actually perfectly line it up. So don't worry if you don't get it. Just to get started, get it somewhere in there. And I'm going to do that for the rest of my alts, and they're all lined up. And we're going to get this last guy here, and there we go. So obviously when doing this, we're going to need multiple accounts, and if you don't know how to do that, then go ahead and watch my video on how to get multiple accounts using Roblox Account Manager, and then come back to the video so that you can properly set this up. So personally, I recommend using multiple alts to do this, although one alt will be fine if you just want to alternate between two profiles, but the more you have, the better. But do note that the more alts you have, the faster you have to be with setting this up. So personally, I use 4 alts to do this to get through them as fast as possible. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to set up for 4 alts, but if you want to do your own amount, you can. Just take the method and adjust it accordingly to what you're doing. So for this 4 alt setup, we're going to set them up exactly how I do, one in each corner of the screen. And we're going to have the bottom 2 overlaying the top 2 first. And the reason for that is because if we started with the top 2 overlaying and we click somewhere right here and then record us going to click the next one in this exact position somewhere, as you can see, it actually is overlaid when it goes to click on this window, and will then rotate and not click on the right spot or click on the E and do something like that because it's trying to click where you set the mouse, but this window is in the way. So starting from the top, we're going to hit our record button. We're going to go up to this window. We're going to hit E, go down, hit that one, and then go over to this window, hit the E, hit that, go down to this window, hit the E, click yes, go to this window, hit the E, click yes, and then end our recording. Now, that was a slow version, and you want to be quicker with this because you want basically to click your last window and then only have to wait about 2 seconds before the prompt for the first window pops up, and then your loop will start over. And if you did it right and ended the recording at a proper time, it'll actually already be clicking this window and be ready to click the E as soon as it pops up and go through all your windows very quickly and waste no time in between. Okay, so here we go. Ready, set, go. We hit record, and then we're gonna wait about 1.5 seconds, and then I'm gonna already stop it even though E was nowhere near ready to pop up, because what's gonna happen is the recording is gonna stop and start over, as I said, and already be clicking through the window. So basically by the time it's about to click where E should be, E will be popping up and it'll click it on the very first frames that it pops up, making this go very quickly and waste no time waiting on things to pop up. So now let's hit the play button and see what happens. I'm gonna hit my play, and now it's gonna go through and click on everything, and then it's gonna wait, and then it's gonna loop over, and as you can see, now it is properly clicking on the button as soon as it comes up because we ended the loop a little early, so that way it starts early and clicks on everything in a timely manner. So to make this understandable on why this is so useful, if I had set up Tiny Task to set up one profile for key spending and hit E and then wait for the chest animation to go, and then it would loop and hit E again on one account, I'd have to do that 4,000 times or 4,000 loops for me to spend 4,000 keys. But with 4 accounts, I can separate those 4,000 keys into 1,000 keys per profile and then set up this loop. And instead of having to do 4,000 loops, I would only have to do 1,000 loops because they're spending 4 keys per loop. I would like to additionally note that I have done this method before using my pay-to-win accounts and my free-to-play accounts, and ended up getting a golden huge wizard Westie on my free-to-play account. I just want to give some hope to free-to-play players, as I know it can get hard sometimes playing this game and feeling like you have no luck or will never get a huge, but if you grind hard enough and work hard and spend some time in the game, whether it be from drops or getting keys through buying with gems, you too can come here and spend your keys and get yourself a huge pet too, and then start working your way up to the top to be a top player. If you're a free-to-play player and end up hatching a huge off of one of these chests, especially if you use my method, please tag me on Twitter or join the Discord and post in the right channels, as I would like to show other free-to-play players that it's not impossible, and that if you spend time and grind hard and work hard, you can be a top player too. I would like to apologize to console and mobile players, as I'd love to have a guide for you guys to make it just as easy for you, but unfortunately for you, I play on PC and we can use auto clickers and macros to help get through things faster, and it's very useful, so I at least had to make the guide for those that can use it, but hopefully in the future I can find some stuff for you guys so I can help you out too, because I care about everybody. As always, if you want to support the channel and our push towards partner, plus see more videos, the subscribe button is free and it gives you notifications for whenever I post a video. If you found the video informational and useful, I'd appreciate if you gave the video a like. It'll help put it in the algorithm and let other people know that it was useful so that they can see it too and get this knowledge as well. Lastly, leave a comment on the video letting people know what you liked about it or how helpful it was for you, or even what you didn't like about it, and I'll be sure to look at those and respond to as many as I can. Well, I've got 4,000 keys to go through here, and you guys got some keys to go grind so that you can get yourself a free huge from any of the key chests. My name is Ronan, and I'm geared, energized, and ready to sit here and go through all 4,000